Good evening to all of our viewers. Good evening, Mr. Theophilus. Sir, how are you?
I am excellent, Marc. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Glad to have you on, man. For those of you
Glad
who
to be
don't
here.
know, Stefan Theophilus is a very good friend of mine. He's the owner of Five Star Fitness Factory, and he's also one of my mentors. So, welcome to the show, Stefan.
Thank you very much.
All right. So, let's get right into the meat of it, right? So let's talk a little bit about your company, Five Star Fitness. How did it come about? Like the name, the idea, all of that stuff.
Well, to be honest, it was a fluke, and that is the reality. The community where I born and grew up, Covino de Martin, there was a lady who, even before I was actually a physical training instructor, because you have the background of a soldier, they would automatically believe, hey, train us. That is generally what it was. And she used to be nagging, pesting, because at the point in time that what it was to me, until it actually reached a point where I told her, here what, okay, no problem, I'll do it. But that was just for her to stop. Lo and behold, a couple of days after, she came out with flyers and began to distribute, stating that how soon this is going to happen. So I decided, yeah, what, I will actually take up the challenge, and it coincided with the PTI course, ironically. So I decided September the 5th, that's 2011, would have been the start date of our first class at Covino de Martin on the basketball court. We
Mhm.
initiated the class with a $5 fee, which is synonymous with Five Star Fitness Factory. And it was all about just getting the community out without excuses of, hey, I can't afford physical training, I can't do this. So this was our give back to the community. Initially, I had it set for like 3 months. I planned on closing it off by the Christmas. But when I saw the influx of persons from the community, mothers, fathers, children, grandparents, the court was filled to capacity. And at that point, I decided, couldn't stop this in December. Persons wouldn't hold me, they wouldn't be too happy in the community. And we just continued. And then I decided, here, what? I got to come up with a name. And, Five Star was something that's synonymous with a lot of stuff. Five Star Fitness. And then I say, you go Google Five Star Fitness and you saw a lot of Five Star Fitness. And then it's just like factory, Five Star Fitness Factory. And then all of a sudden was like manufacturing healthier lifestyles. Hey, a factory manufactures. So, and
Right,
that
right.
was it. Yeah, that was it. Five Star Fitness Factory, manufacturing healthier lifestyles. And we are good to go
Cool.
from then. Yeah, and that's pretty much the story behind the initiation of the business.
Nice, nice. But there's something you mentioned there, physical training instructor or PTI. So the thing is, for those of you, well, I did not mention it before. Stefan is actually a full corporal in the Trinidad and Tobago Regiment, right? So I am also a PTI. Stefan was one of the people who introduced me to the course. He's actually the person who encouraged me and guided me on my way into and through the course, right? But coming from a soldier, coming from somebody who's been into the PTI thing longer than I, Stefan, can you explain what exactly the PTI thing is that's hosted by the TTPF?
Okay, well, the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force led physical training instructors course is a 7-month program geared towards creating exercise professionals. It's a comprehensive full-time program, unlike most of the other online programs we would see around. And as we say, it's physical training, not only physical training, but it's held at UE campus as well, where a lot of their lecturers, we actually accredited, the courses are accredited. So it's one of the pluses of the courses. And Marc could tell you, it's literally 24, well, not 24/7, but it feels 24/7 physical training. God,
Feels more like
they
20.
literally put, yeah, they literally put the student through every single thing that the client would go through. So you get a better appreciation of what your clients would be feeling then. Also, pertaining to that as well, you would find the fear factor with a lot of the instructors when they have to engage crowds, etc. There are a lot of training in that when we say going on the rock mark. Whereas every day you actually have to come in front of your peers and do what you are taught. So it's not like if, okay, well, you believe, okay, I'm a trainer now, I could sit out there and I could just do. We literally went through the mill, as you say. Your body is beaten to a frazzle from 5 a.m. in the pool to classroom right after pool. And if you spend 2 hours in a pool from 5 a.m. to start classes at 8, you're ready to sleep. But then at 10, it's physical training till lunch, then class again. And this was every single day. And weekends, as you know, we would assist the different organizations with their fitness events. So you got a comprehensive understanding of what is actually like, not only to be a physical training instructor, but actually be a client as well. Because a lot of us, and I say us by physical trainers, we initiate a lot of programs that we ourselves cannot do with our clients. It looks good. We pull up something on YouTube and we understand, but without actually understanding the fundamentals, the components of fitness, program design, all these different things that the PTI course would have afforded us, it's what I say, you're scratching the surface with a lot of the stuff that's given out there. But I could tell you, this is not being biased, the physical training instructors course led by the Defense Force is the best program that we have in Trinidad and Tobago. At least we see a lot of the military persons from further up the islands as well. They come to Trinidad and Tobago to participate in that, and they go back to their respective countries and they become the main trainers on their island. So kudos to the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force staff for the hard work that they put out when it comes to dedicating their times to bringing about us, the future exercise professionals.
So here's the thing. I remember in the PTI course, right? That was when I learned that this whole thing about exercising after eating and feeling sick, it's a purely mental thing. I mean, because the day you ran down was one of any days. Another day, instead of going from swimming to class, you go from swimming to PT, then to class. And then lunch, now class ends late. So 12, instead of going for lunch at 12, you're going for lunch at 12:30. You have half hour to eat because they need to be on time. So 1 o'clock, roll call, 1:10, right. You're back out on the field for PT. Tummy's still full. So there was a huge psychological component in terms of breaking certain mental barriers that you may have as a trainer and, as you put it, as a client. So ways to motivate your client through certain difficulties. What psychological lessons, I should say, have you learned when you were a PTI, when you did the PTI course? You with me there, Stefan?
What I could say is the bad mind, being a soldier is one thing. You understand bad mind. Yes, I'm with you. I'm hearing you.
Go ahead. I think there was a little delay.
I'm hearing you. You hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Hear me? Oh, sorry. All right, no problem. But you hear me clearly now? All right, so as I mentioned, being a soldier, there's one aspect of the bad mind element. Being trained again by soldiers. Because the PTI staff is a logical part, because just the will to continue with the different activities that they would do. I'm pretty sure you remember one such activity where you can't get it right, go again. You can't get it right, go again. Whereas we would dressed in black and white, and some persons would come out late. And then they would say, okay, you can't get it right, go again, change into PT. And you have to run in, change into PT. Then you have to come back out, black and white, come back out, PT, come back out. And that literally taught me time appreciation. Literally brainwashed to the point now where that simple activity got me to, hey, you cannot be late for events. You cannot be late for activities. You cannot be late for clients. And a simple activity such as they blowing a whistle and making you shuttle to and from a bathroom to change from black and white into PT gear changed my entire mentality towards time management. So that was the major psychological factor with regards to the PTI course with me. The physical work is one thing. That is something everybody went through. But specifically, that is one that stayed with me.
I remember that, man. I remember going from the black and white to PT, and the same thing. You have 5 minutes, and I'm talking about 60 men in a bathroom and 20 women in a bathroom have to go in that bathroom and change within 5 minutes to come back out. So when you come back out, one person comes out a few seconds late. All right, back into PT. Same thing happen. Okay, back into, and so we go. It was, you're bringing back memories. Why is that fun? You're bringing back memories.
The chain, as they say, the chain is as strong as the weakest link. If we can get a person outside in time, until men, and another thing with that too, I'm sure at some point you realize, here what? Why don't I just leave my PT underneath? So it got you thinking. It's like, okay, I'm trying to change quicker, leave my PT on underneath my white and black, So it got you to thinking, as you say.
Right. So back to 5-star itself, you all have this slogan, it must done. Yeah, Bascom, I know. It must done. Tell us about that. Tell us about that it must done slogan.
It's something that, your mantra, you would naturally say it, and you're not even aware that you're saying it. So it must done, it must done, it must done. You just don't worry, push yourself, it must done, etc., etc. And
right.
a day we just decided, put it on a jersey, put it on a vest. And it's amazing to see how a simple slogan would motivate people on different activities. Whereas the hardcores and the fusions, and you're running past persons or you're running with persons and they just see it must done. And it's like, it's a reminder, hey, yeah, we wouldn't be here whole night or whole day. It really must done. And sometimes simple words like that, 3 words, bring it to a point where, hey, I could do this. And even in the advent of the current pandemic, persons had literally take it to the next level where you're jogging around the savannah with your must done jersey and everybody like, yeah, in truth, it must done. And they talking about the pandemic, They actually take a totally different spin on what the slogan was actually about and made it their own. So
right.
It literally came about with just, that was our mantra, hey guys, push yourself, it must done. And we put it on jersey and the rest was history.
So as you're saying that, and we'll talk about these things a little bit later on, right? But for now, actually, I want to show a video here of the exact mentality of it must done, right? We have a video of you all doing a night hike for, I think it was your 24-hour fitness challenge.
Correct. The obstacle course, that part, I believe.
Close up, close up.
So for those who don't know, not only has 5-Star Fitness Factory been training people personally, but they also train people for events and they also host some events. That was a little clip from one of the events, right? But we'll get to that a little later. For now, I want to go back to the affordable fitness thing. You said that you started the $5 fitness so as a way to give back to the community. So do you still do that $5 fitness, those $5 fitness sessions?
Yes, we actually, after the advent of the one at Covino de Martin, we also started another class at Knoll Street. Well, we shouldn't say we started it. We inherited a class. There were a group of persons at Knoll Street Recreation Ground and they needed a trainer. Their previous trainers weren't available, so we stepped in and we continued the $5 sessions at the Knoll Street Recreational Grounds at Crep. And that class still continues at $5. The class at Covin Road, because unfortunately of some recent violence in the area, also some, how to put it, lack thereof facilities. Again, the lights no longer work on the court. That goes when you try to write letters. So we had to move away for some months, and we inherited the Bagatelle Community Center, and the fees there since raised to 20, because of course you'll have to offset certain things now with regards to that space. So the fees there is now, after 9 years of $5, the participants graciously accepted the $20 fee, which is still, by instructor standards, a steal of a deal for quality training. Marc, you would know.
I know that very well.
Yeah, so it's now $20 at the Bagatelle Community Center on a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday from 6 p.m. And that class continues there. Knoll Street right now, because of the pandemic and as such, and the recreational grounds, wasn't available to much persons. We are set to resume down on that side. But yeah, that is pretty much the scenario with regards to those specific classes.
So you mentioned something there that actually I want to touch on, and I want to congratulate you for the fact that there has been some violence up in Covin Road. And I think that's what you guys are doing by making fitness a little bit more affordable. It gives people a little bit, I would say it gives people a little bit of hope. It gives people a little bit of ease. It gives people something to do to keep them out of that same violence, And I think that is an excellent job by you guys. And I really want to congratulate you and commend you for that.
Thank you.
So going back to the business side of things, you also offer corporate services. What exactly are your corporate services? Like, what do you do for companies?
Well, one of our main activities is actually team building events, where we actually give persons a fun spin on the same learning aptitude with regards to team building. They wouldn't be the typical clipboard and guys come out with his suit and give you some powerful words of inspiration and gel a team. There's literally spin on things. Fun, simple activities geared alongside with the science for them to actually understand the team building methods. But it engages not only in the physical aspect, because of course, being a physical training entity, we will give them a little something to do physical, but we actually initiate a lot of team building games. And the adults tend to appreciate that, going back in time to, hey, just having fun, as opposed to sitting in a room and listen to a lecturer. They come out, they have fun, they understand. We don't just play games, we break down the scenarios, whereas, hey, so you understand what took place there, so, etc., etc. Also, we do hikes. That is one of our main activities. During the pandemic, it has since turned to where, as opposed to we reaching out to persons, normally we would advertise hikes. We allow families, small groups to reach out to us, and they can let us know where they want to go, or we can inform them of different places to go, and they contact us. We do, as you mentioned, corporate training, where we actually bring the gym to you. So 5-Star Fitness Factory is literally a moving gym. We don't per se have a building that you would come to train. So with the corporate side of physical training, we actually bring all the equipment. The instructors come to the workplace. Once they clear an area that is designated for us to commence training, and the workers don't have to worry about the hustle and bustle of leaving work, getting in a taxi, getting in the vehicles, trying to fight up to go to a gym. They literally come to their own space, have fun with their friends, get fit with their friends, and you literally see where persons from different different areas of the business who have probably never really interacted much before, they become, colleagues and wellness buddies in the class, and that spins off they will do a 5K together, they will register for a 10K, they will register a team for fusion. So you see where persons from the corporate sector, where they believe that, hey, physical training, okay, so 5-star fitness come, all right, I go try this thing. They enjoy it, and they ask like, hey, what next? I never know I could have. And you see persons who you wouldn't believe when they began the training sessions would complete a fusion leg. For those who don't know what fusion is, that is the best adventure race that have in the Caribbean. We're waiting for it to start back, Charles. That being said, yeah, so that's more or less Zumba, aerobics, exercise to music, boot camps, circuit training, as I mentioned before, hikes, team building events, so anything under the sun with regards to physical training, yeah, we there.
Well, as for hikes, you know how long I'm supposed to go on a hike with you guys?
We have one tomorrow morning. You're more than welcome to join.
Tomorrow I have clients. That has been my eternal problem.
Yeah, totally understand.
So the thing, as you mentioned that, one of the things you spoke about is different aspects or different angles of training. And what I've noticed with you guys, what I really admire about you guys having a team. So I do it all on my own, but your team, everybody can do everything, but everybody seems to have their own specialty, their own preferred thing. For example,
Correct.
I realize you do a lot of general fitness, a lot of hikes. Bascom would more go to the gym, and I see him out there with mid-distance races and that kind of stuff. Chad has become one of the top aerobics instructors in the country, right?
Yes.
So tell me, how did you guys come up with that? Was it just by chance? Well, you know what, I like to do this, so I'm going to focus on this. Or did you actually sit down and discuss, hey, what do you like to do? Would you like to focus on this aspect and that aspect and that kind of stuff?
Well, initially, as you would know, we started off as aerobics instructors. We are still aerobics instructors. But in the advent of other persons requiring different services, you tend to dig into the, all your skill sets and harness them a bit more. So it wasn't really much of a discussion, but it was more what you enjoy doing the most. And it just so happened different instructors within 5-Star Fitness Factory enjoy doing different activities. Chad loves aerobics. Chad will stand in front of a mirror and choreograph and smile whole day. And as you say, he has become one of the best instructors in the country. I remember when you used to have to beg Chad, go in front and do something now. And he would always tell you, next class. He was really shy. And now he's a force to be dealt with. Bascom, well, James some long time was the muscular one in the group. So he enjoys the functional training aspect, the gym aspect of it, of course. Alongside, he has tapped into the short distance running as well. He never know he had it in him. But once you have persons on their charge who would love to participate in certain events, of course, as a trainer, they don't expect you at the sidelines cheering them on. They want you, and I'm proud to say that we are one of the actual persons who would always participate with the client. So we would have the basketball, the 5Ks, the gym work, as you say. I love the actual group fitness sessions, the boot camps. I love to push you to your very, not to your very limit, but you need to know how hard you can work. And that is my job.
Boy, I will touch on that just now. My personal experience with you, I will touch on that just now.
Correct. And then we have the ladies, who actually would Pat, Liana. You know, Pat is the running queen. You understand? When it comes to persons, how to play it, females within the Caribbean, with that bad mind to finish these few. Pat, by the way, is the defending Fusion champion, women's champion. Back to back, to back, to back. Also along with her team. Liana, she is more or less gym-based. I don't know if you recall Liana. Muslim, always matching. She is at the gym now. At the same stadium.
Her, but I've seen her.
Yeah, seen her. Yeah, she's at the gym now as well, at the newly opened stadium in Diego Martin.
Yeah.
She is also an aerobics instructor as well.
You mean at my grounds then?
At your grounds, yes. Yes, the grounds that you have. Correct, is right. She does her sessions out of that gym there. So, yeah, everybody just literally, they gravitated to their strong point. And it just happened our strong points were separate and apart from each other's. So
right.
Yeah, we are still touching
that's pretty natural.
Yeah.
But I think that, as I said, I think it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful the fact that you guys have this team that just works together and you seem to mesh so well. I am mostly familiar with the names I call.
I humbly apologize if I may interject.
Yes,
I humbly apologize. Humbly. Justin Spring, who was the co-founder of 5-Star Fitness. The problem is, you see, when you don't see somebody in a while, because he's busy with his work-related matters, being a member of the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard. So for the greater part of this year,
and singing, right?
Training recruits he's with the Defense Force band. You know, it's very easy. I apologize, Justin. It's very easy for him to slip my mind in the. It shouldn't happen, but I'm human. So Justin Spring, who is one of the founding members, alongside myself, that was the guy who I went to. He was the Defense Force aerobics champion in 2010. And when we were doing the PTI course in 2011, and we wanted to begin the classes on Covin Road, who else could I go to and say, hey, it's aerobics we starting with? You is the man who, he put up a resistance. He told me, hey, I would not time for that. And me being myself, I simply told him, you don't have a choice, so I need you. And the rest was history. So he as well, another great aerobics instructor. He is the vibes of any event, of any hype, of any different scenario that will be taken part. Justin Spring is the go-to man when it comes to entertainment. So that is the team in a nutshell.
JS is our boss. He's a real boss. I ain't gonna lie, he's a real boss. All right, so we need to take a short break. Stefan, I have a question. We're gonna show something right now, and I have a question to ask you right after. All right, guys. So, guys, as you may or may not know, our hybrid body issue is coming out in about a week and a half. So, let's take a look at something here, guys.
My name is Giselle Fleming.
Hi, my name is Alan Ferreira.
Hi, my name is Jamie Lee Phillips.
My name is Daniela Maria Taruba.
My name is Marc Chau.
Hi, my name is Charlene Prokop.
My name is Corinne Singh.
My name is Sienna Andrews.
My name is Tiana Guy.
Hi, my name is Nikki.
Hi, my name is Kevin Lucas.
My name is April Suraj.
I'm a chef by profession.
Some would call me a gym rat.
I'm a fitness instructor.
And I am a powerlifter.
I am a mom, a wife.
I'm a fitness enthusiast.
I also do capoeira.
I'm an elite international boxer for Trinidad and Tobago.
Doing acting, modeling, MMA, martial arts, stunt choreography.
I ride horses.
I am a Spanish teacher and also a rugby player.
I'm an Olympic weightlifter for Trinidad and Tobago.
I'm also a bikini fitness athlete for Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, welcome back, Stefan. For those of you who don't know, the hybrid body issue is our way of combating body shaming, because it's a huge problem right here in Trinidad and Tobago. You know, oh God, how you get so fat, how you get so, and then, you know, but I don't like fellas or girls with big muscles and all. You know what? It's great if you don't like this and you don't like that. You have your preferences, but the negative comments about somebody's physical appearance, I think it's about time that we discuss that openly, and we're trying to start the discussion with the hybrid body issue, where well, as you can see, I took part in it, and they took pictures of us, and we're coming out with the magazine in about a week and a half. Stefan, what do you think about it? What do you think about our push to do this?
Well, it's very much needed. I could say that for sure, because as with everything else in society, I guess it's education. You know, fitness community would tend to push a lot of different agendas with regards to improving bodies, you know, making bodies to create the fullest potential, etc., etc. But do we actually take the time to discuss with our clients and the persons, you know, within our circle about the seriousness of body shaming and the negative effects of it? Because it's something even in our schools. Naturally, you know, the bullying will take place, you know, as we say, quote unquote, the fat boy, the fat girl, who would tend to stay to themselves and not active in any sports. They may not be, as you say, to other persons physically attractive. And, you know, in the immaturity of the younger ones, this has a very, how to put it, I could say detrimental, because, you know, you grow up with a lot of persons who self-esteem was shattered from a very young age. Parents have a lot to do with that as well, because I've heard parents tell their children, look how fat he is, you know? And it's like, mom, you're responsible for this young individual. The reason why they probably not the physique you would like them to be is based on what you teach them, what you put into them, the lifestyle that they live. So I believe it's something that we actually need to engage communities with and speak about and literally teach, because it's not really on the front of person's brain, it's a positive at the back. Much persons don't talk about fat shaming. It's not something you would hear about in society. We have a lot of other scenarios that, you know, persons would put to the forefront of any forum. But I believe it would take instructors such as ourselves, the wider community, to actually engage the nation with such a issue. I mean, who else would be better to bring this sort of education towards the public?
Correct. That was a big part of it, because I mean, the thing about it is that people are body shamed. People will always have something to say. Like, there was literally one girl I was talking to when she was skinny. Oh gosh, how she's so skinny? She's too skinny. She put on a little bit. Oh cool, look how much weight she puts on. And when I say a little bit of weight, I'm talking about what, 20 pounds. So if you're skinny and you put on 20 pounds, you're still slim, right? But oh gosh, look how much weight she puts on. And it's really, you know, really bad. And then I have another friend. She is a physique athlete. Oh gosh, she have too much muscles, boy, and all of that nonsense. And I think it's about time we cut it out. Because if somebody is a little bit bigger, okay. If somebody's a little bit smaller, okay. If somebody's a little bit more muscular, less, that's all okay. The goal for us, as far as I am concerned, the goal for us as physical training instructors is to worry about a person's fitness and health. Try to make a healthier person, physically and mentally, not necessarily to get them to attain a certain look, you know? If they want the look, that's on them. But I'm saying that I don't see it as our role primarily to create that look for them. What do you think?
I love what you said just now, because a lot of my clients' friends would literally hear me say in my classes regularly, hey, they now weight loss class, or no? There's a health and wellness class. Just what you said. And they could vouch for that. What I literally let them know is that, here what? You remember the other day when you couldn't run 200 meters? Now you're running 5K. Remember the other day when you could not pick up that little bag there, and now you're functioning with the biggest bag that we have there? You remember the other day when coming out your car after driving, your knees used to hurt, and now it doesn't? Simple things just like that with regards to health and wellness, just improving you. And as you say, naturally, if you actually want to live the lifestyle of a healthier person or engage in a health and wellness lifestyle, the body changes will come down the road. The main thing is to actually, as you mentioned, live that lifestyle. Make the change to decide, well, here what? I want to be a better me. And it don't have to be a physically looking, but hey, I find I getting some chest pains. I find when I run here, and you just want to improve you gradually, and the physical part will come with consistency, and that is a fact. A lot of persons limit themselves to, hey, 3 months. 3 months, I want to do this program for 3 months. I'm gonna do that for 3 months, and that's where a lot of us fail. After the 3 months, they're not at their goals, and they're disenfranchised and they quit. But once you focus on just making a generally better you, trying to get yourself a little healthier, you would learn to love daily activities until it becomes a lifestyle. And of course, the physical part or the aesthetics part would naturally change along with your journey. So, yeah.
Well, I remember I have a personal story to tell. I remember actually one of my clients, she initially came to me for weight loss, and I had the discussion with her about her health. And I remember the first day, she lives in a 2-story house, right? She lives on the ground floor, but she has other family upstairs. And she came to me a day. Now, the tone of voice I'm using is almost the exact tone. Mark, I went up the flight of stairs and I wasn't tired and I wasn't breathless. And that was literally it. And it changed how she thought about it,
Right.
But I want to touch on something you brought up, about the it must done and the intensity and all that stuff. Now, how I met you. For those of you who aren't familiar with the fitness world in depth, there used to be an adventure race called Hardcore Caribbean. Haha, look at me. Pimping our own magazine, right? But Hardcore Caribbean. And it was basically a long obstacle course, 11 to 15K kind of thing through different terrain and all kind of stuff, right? And it was a lot of fun. And I wanted to participate because I was now getting into the fitness and everything. And I'm like, I want to do this. I want to bring a team. I heard about this group, this random group, soldiers and Coast Guard and them, who were doing free training for it. Now, the first time I went, Stefan and the 5-star team wasn't able to come, and I met a few other guys. And the second time I went, that's when I met them. I went down in the reserve camp and everything, right? And since then, they have not only participated, but they've but they've also trained more people than I'm sure they can count for various fitness races, adventure races. So what are some of the adventure races you've participated in, aside from hardcore, and trained people for?
Well, Hardcore, Fusion, Kami Tribe, they had the Fitness Sevens Challenge, the numerous 5Ks, 10Ks where our fellow colleagues would have hosted. The UE Half Marathon, James is the man on that side with regards to the UE Marathon. As you say, it has been a lot.
Actually, I want to show them.
Literally.
I want to show them one of the events that you actually hosted yourselves, that you all created and hosted, and I have not been able to attend, but I've seen the videos and it's a lot of fun. Something called Fit Tac 2. Right. So guys, that's basically some of the fun stuff that the 5-star crew has come up with. Those are tires, and I believe those the crosses. Correct me if I'm wrong. PVC pipe filled with sand or something,
It's
right?
yeah.
So everything is properly well weighted. It's not an easy pickup, and you run. You have to pick up a weight, move it, come back, all that stuff.
45 pounds actually, each tire and each X.
Well, you hear that, right, guys? 45 pounds. So yeah, they've done that. They've done. I want to show also one more event. It's fitness on the ferry.
Correct.
Right. Oh wait, sorry. I was caught any moment there. Sorry. My bad. For those of you who don't know,
it's been too long. It's been too
long. For those of you who don't know, that is the infamous Chad the Greatest. Right? He is again one of the top aerobics instructors in the country, and he's the man leading that little piece of aerobic session on a boat ride with people who have alcohol in their system, people dress up nice, people in high heels, people in nice shoes, all kind of thing, going and doing aerobics on the boat ride. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you 5-Star Fitness Factory.
And if I might say, persons, it's like a cool down for fitness instructors and the friends, the families. It's the one-off event where you don't have to do the physical work. So it's literally because we so accustomed as a fitness community following the lead of an instructor. Random moments, any instructor, anybody would just go to the front of the boat and start to do something similar to what you just said. So, and it's just all fun. The entire cruise is not, it's a party. The entire cruise is not like that. But random spurts and moments, persons are just ready to engage in that sort of thing. So, yeah, come out and have a time once we have another one.
I need to do that fitness on the ferry for real. I think that might be the only 5-star fitness event that I may be able to dedicate the time to participate in. So that's one for sure I want to do whenever we can have it again. So, Stefan, I have a simple question here. Anything else you want to tell the public, ask the public, or if anybody has any questions? I'm only seeing comments. If anybody has any questions, ask them quick. That's AKS and not ASK. Yeah, ask them quick. I'm going back up here. I'm seeing Carlene said an entire cultural shift has to take place for sure. Body shaming is so multi-layered and has a long-lasting impact on the psyche, more so now with social media and beauty as a social currency. Now, this is actually true. I will talk about the social currency first, and then I'll ask Stefan about the social media part of it. Basically, my contribution is very short. We have actually seen studies showing that people who are considered to be good looking or better looking or whatever do better in life because they're given more opportunities. You're more likely to be hired for a job, to be treated well in the grocery or in a regular store. You're more likely to be given that loan and all of that stuff just because you're considered by the person to be good looking. Not that they're interested in you, they just see you and they think you're good looking, and boom, you get a little extra bly, as we say, right? So it does become a little bit of social currency. But Stefan, what do you think about the beauty aspects and the aesthetics on social media?
What I can say we are blessed that probably we were our age group were the last generation to experience no social media whatsoever. And at the same time, now as we are older, experience, and actually involved in social media applications and all these different things. And the reality with that is that you see in society where social media becomes more real than the actual life that we live in. And that in itself is a dangerous thing. The perfection of social media, as you say, the beauty and the lavishness and the youths growing up literally expecting these things. And the worst thing that I have seen on the flip side is you post something, you don't get the amount of likes you expect, and you get depressed. And I've seen that with youths. They will delete it, do it over, post it again, and they go crazy with regard. I don't want to say the youths alone, because a lot of adults as well are so engrossed in the social media scenario and yearn the affection of persons who don't have a clue who they are. And it's a serious matter. But as we say, society doesn't see it as it's just social. It's just social media, but it's the biggest influencer of modern times.
Correct. And to bring it back to the original topic, it's that now you have. So I remember growing up, the super thin model was the ideal. However, a lot of people still, for somehow, maybe it's because it was just on TV, but somehow there were lots of people who were still able to move away from that. I feel like it's harder to move away from that now because of social media. But I will say this, there's a positive and a negative to everything. I'm also seeing a lot of curvier people. I'm seeing a lot of plus size people, men and women, coming out as social media models. And they're modeling clothes, they're doing people modeling exercise clothes and in the gym, and I'm talking it big, and they do it, and I think that it can be a powerful tool for good if used properly. But as I said, if used properly, But right now, I don't think it, by and large, is being used properly. So, Stefan, go ahead.
No, just saying it's being used as a forum to make money.
Correct.
Because persons are a bit wiser now. Hey, bigger persons wear our clothing as well. Let's make it more. So yeah, but in terms of the actual, for the real reasons where these things will happen in a few years, we have hope.
All right. So I have a thing for all you now. We're gonna go into a little rapid fire segment here called the last rep, right? So, are you ready?
Shoot.
I know it's a good one with this now. You go answer me. Sorry, let me get this right. You go answer me quick and thing, right?
I'm optimistic.
I think so. All right. What's your favorite junk food?
Pizza.
Nice. Squats or deadlifts?
Squats.
Legs or chest?
I thought chest. It's only right.
Well, that's the wrong answer, but that's okay. So if you're in a down mood, what's your ultimate go-to exercise?
Trails, running trails. It's not a specific, but running trails. That's my.
Yeah. I could have guessed that. You're always up in the bush somewhere.
That don't mean I always down every time I'm up there, but it works.
I know, but what I'm saying, I know that's your thing. That is Stefan Theophilus. Oh, he up in the bush somewhere. That's all. Where's Stefan? Well, he up in the bush somewhere. Simple as that. So if you got a chance to work out with one person, any one person, who would that be? Who is your fantasy workout partner or trainer?
Workout partner. Probably Beyonce. Mind you, I've seen her train as well, so I know it's not no. And yeah, she trains.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, you have to be fit to be on that stage, eh? It's
correct.
It's not easy. I mean,
and I should say, with regards to client, I believe that would be your dream client, I should say. to train with.
True. So, favorite workout music, what genre?
Soca.
That is the correct answer, man. You got that one right. You got that one very right. Cardio or weights?
Cardio.
Now, including things like martial arts and dance and all of that, what is your favorite sport?
Football.
Protein supplements or diet?
Diet.
And to get into the mind of the relaxed Stefan, TV or cinema?
TV, Prime Wire, Netflix. Yeah. Don't have to spend a cent.
I hear you. All right, so now the world knows Stefan Theophilus much better. Right? So,
Glad to have them.
Anything you'd like to say in closing, Stefan?
Yeah, what I'd like to say is that for those fitness enthusiasts, the body is such a remarkable thing. I could attest for that. 2005, I was down and out. 2007, I did total hip replacement surgery on my left hip. And doctor said, you had to stop all physical activity. At that time, I was just simply playing football. I wasn't engaged in physical training to the extent that I'm doing now. And come this day, 2021, I have no ill effects of such the surgery. The persons who actually did the surgery, from time to time, they see me and like, hey, I always tell my friends about you. I've never, and it's simply because don't believe in your mind that because not, I shouldn't say don't listen to your doctors, but physical training, it helps to aid in not only making a better physical you, but mentally. When I continued training and you saw the little progress, it brought me out of that depression that, hey, you can't play football again. And how the doctor tell you can't do this and you have to leave army and all these different things. And what I want to say to the persons out there is that literally health and wellness is literally should be common sense. It shouldn't be as tedious as we make it. I had to get up in the morning. It's like get up and move, do something, keep the body active, make the best possible you at whatever point in time in your life. Nobody saying it have to be marathons or you have to do 100 burpees, but health and wellness is common sense. It just doesn't make sense to not being in your best physical condition. So take my simple words, make it your own. Just start. There's no such thing as I don't have time to take care of myself. There's no such thing. Work will continue. You will find another human being when you leave and when you pass on. And I just believe, that should be the most important thing in our lives, which is to take care of our physical being so that we could engage in, activities with the family, engage in general life, just take care of yourself. Make the best possible you.
So you've gone from total hip replacement surgery to not only staying in the army, not only starting back to play football, to coaching football, training people for football, and training people in general, and becoming a PTI, which, as you said, and I completely agree, is perhaps the best fitness instructor, personal trainer, fitness coach, whatever, certification in the country right now. Right? So, thanks again, Stefan. Thank you so much. Thank you as a friend and as the host of this segment for joining us, for giving us some of your knowledge, some of your insights, some of your past experiences. It was greatly appreciated and I think very well received. Thanks again, my brother.
It was my absolute pleasure. And thank you for having me on the very first episode. So it will remain with me. It will remain with me.
It must done, right?
It must done. The first episode at least.
Yes. All right, Stefan. Thanks again. Have a good one.
Same here. Keep good.